So yesterday, all of you got some clarity about what is it you're going to learn as part of this program, right? Great, okay. Fine then. So I was just taking you through a few of the concepts of basics of Excel, right? So today I'll just cover the rest of the few basic things about Excel. And yesterday we spoke about what is that you are going to learn in this training and why we use Excel. We store the data, we do the calculations, and we analyze the data. History. You remember the very first version name of Excel? Multiplan. Multiplan. That's what we discussed. Multiplan. Okay, Excel doesn't have any competitors. And also the terminology of Excel, what is cell, what is worksheet, what is workbook, right? Each and every intersection point is a cell. And what is it? Collection of cells is? Range. It's a range, perfect. And all the cells together is one worksheet. Perfect. And all worksheets together is one workbook.
Workbook.
You look at the object model of Excel, we have Excel as application. Inside application, we have the file. File is nothing but workbook. Each file has sheets. These are the worksheets or the sheets, and each sheet has cells, charts, pictures, shapes, controls, pivot tables, and so many other things. Right? I think all of you are okay up to this point, right? Okay, perfect then. So moving on to the file types. Very, very important to understand the file types as well. If you look at all these files, you see them as XLSX files, nothing but this. Yeah, let me ask you a few questions here. You know the file extensions, different file extensions. .jpeg, which kind of a file is it? It's a picture file, right? Okay. .html. Hypertext markup language, which is for the web page extension. Okay, what is .doc? .doc. Document format, perfect. What is .ppt?
Presentation.
Right, PowerPoint presentation format. What is .pdf? What is .pdf? PDF is a PDF because it is a PDF, right? Portable document format, PDF, portable document format. Similarly, we have Excel files also, we have extensions. Excel file has an extension .xls, which used to be there between the 1997 and 2003 versions of Excel. And it was there like from for a quite a long time. And then from 2007 onwards, we have this extension called XLSX, XLSM, XLSB. These are the extensions from 2007, 2010, 13, 16, 19, 21, 24, and Office 365. These are the file extensions most commonly we see. And you create any new workbook and you save it, the default file extension is XLSX. So that's the reason if you observe these extensions here, all these file extensions for our Excel training program, they are with .xlsx only. Okay. So let's talk about what is XLS. XLS is an old file extension. 1997, 2003, during that time we had this extension. And this is capable of storing both the data and macros. Okay, you know what is data, right? Any number, any text that we input is data. But what is a macro? I'll explain what is macro. And coming to the next one is XLSX. XLSX is is a new file extension XLSX, and it can store only data but not macros. You cannot store macros. The next one is XLSM. It can store both data and as well as macros. Okay, and then XLSB, it can also store both data and macros, but it also has one more advantage is that it can reduce the file size. Okay, it can reduce the file size. Okay, something like a 10 MB file is there. After saving that into XLSB, you can bring it down to 6 MB, somewhere around that, right? To understand the save, how much space it can save, same amount of data when it is stored with different file extensions. Take a look at this. CSV and TXT took about 1.8 MB, XLS 3 MB, XLSX is around 1.4 MB, but XLSB same amount of data, just only 815 KB. Okay, done. So to save some space, we use XLSB extension. It compresses the file size, right? XLS, which is old one, right? We understood 1997 to 2003, we had this XLSX, XLSM, XLSB. These are the advanced file extensions. But if you observe these three, XLS, XLSM, XLSB, all these three are capable of handling macros or saving macros in them. Okay, you can save macros inside these three file extensions: XLS, XLSX, XLSB. Sorry, XLS, XLSM, XLSB. XLS, XLSM, XLSB. These are the three file extensions can store macros, right? You all know what is data, the numbers, the text, and the, dates and all we enter. That is data. But how about this macro? Any idea what is a macro? Online participants, any idea what is a macro? Macro. No one. Okay. Let me show you then. Yeah. You have this file, one Excel file. Okay. And you have the customer's data. Okay. And what we need to do is we need to split this data by the customer name, right? Go to each and every customer, pick up that customer data, apply the filter, copy that, create a new workbook control and paste it. And also rename the sheet. What is the customer name? ALFKI. Give the same name ALFKI. And also save this file in the where in here inside the customer files folder. The file name should be same customer name ALFKI. Close it. Once that is done, go to the next customer, copy that, new workbook, paste that, rename it. What is it? ANATR. Save it. File save as. The name is ANATR. Save it, close it, and go to the next customer and do the same thing. By end of this exercise in this folder, we should have all the customer files here. How many 80 customers are there? All 80 customer files should be there in that folder. Correct. So if you want to do the same thing manually to create these 80 customer files, how much time would you need? Yeah, filter. I mean, I was doing the same thing, right? I was doing the same thing. I was applying the filter and picking up each and every customer, copying the data and going to a new workbook, pasting the data, renaming the sheet, saving the file and come back close the file, come back to the next one. How much time? 2 hours. Okay, fine then. So you mean to say like you need 120 minutes. Each minute has the 60 seconds, and if you multiply this 7,200 seconds, and you need to prepare 80 files, and 200 divided by 80, and you are saying each and every file you can produce and you can save that in 90 seconds. Looks to be okay, right? We'll have so much time, but sitting on it for 2 hours and creating each and every file, is it okay? And can you guarantee 100% quality? Nowhere, right? Something or the other will go wrong, or we may type incorrect spellings also. Possibility is there. Right, then what is that we need to do? Here we go. For this purpose only, we create what? We create macros. Of course, macros is not part of this training program. That is a separate training program what we run. But just in case, if you feel like, okay, you are spending so much time in Excel by doing all these works manually, my recommendation, create a macro. Now let me show you what is the power of a macro. When I click on this, create workbooks, that's it. Process started. You see that? One by one, the files are getting created. I'm not doing anything. I just clicked on that button. That's it. Nothing much I need to do there. Why? Because a macro is an automated program which is designed to, execute basis on the instructions that we use inside the program and get us the output automatically. How many are done? 50 plus files are already done. Apart from clicking that button, I didn't do anything else. If you right, 60 plus files are done, and I'm looking at the number here. 70 are done. All 80 are done. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at this. We said we require at least 2 hours, right? And it's able to do it just in 1 minute, 10 seconds. And all 80 files are there with 100% accuracy. Not even a single spelling here and there, right? Now tell me which one is good. Doing manually is good or writing a macro is good? Macro is good, right? Macro can save a lot of time, right? And if you look at this is a code running in the background. Yeah, but when you look at this, you may be really confused also, right? Actually, these days, as I told you, right, we are including AI also. So even if you are very, very new to macros, you will be able to create macro codes without knowing VBA language. This language, whatever you are seeing on the screen is VBA language. It looks like English only. We can read this one, but most of the beginners, they think like, okay, this is a programming language. Can I do it or not? But yeah, with the help of all those AI tools currently in place, we'll be able to easily work with these things. We can easily create these codes also. You don't need to come from the programming background to do this. Okay, fine then. So we'll yeah, in our macro session, we discuss actually, how to create any macro from the scratch, and with the help of ChatGPT or any other AI model, how to create these codes automatically also we will learn. But as this is the program about only Excel, we are not going to cover macros in this training program. Only Excel points will be covered. And why we included macros example in this, because if you get a question about a macro, what is a macro? At least you should be in a position to understand, okay, macro is a program. What it does, it automates our work. And what is the language it uses? VBA, full form, Visual Basic for Applications. Okay. So that's the language we used to create this macro, right? Definitely we all see a lot of benefits using macros, right? Yeah, you can create a macro and save at least every day 2 to 3 hours of time, right? That's a macro. I think now you understand the word. What is a macro? What is a macro? Macro is a program, right? What is this program meant for? It is to automate our work. And which language we write these macros? VBA. What is the full form of VBA? Visual Basic for Applications, right? Macros, they do really great job. Yes or no? Okay, perfect then. So if they really do a great job, observe that I have highlighted those three extensions: XLS, XLSM, XLSB in red color. Any idea what is red color usually? If you are showing anything in the red color, what does it mean? Important. Okay, what else?
Priority or important?
What is it? Sorry?
Priority.
Priority. Okay, what else? Okay, there is a factory. Okay, there is a small room and they applied some red color sticker there. What does it mean? Danger. Right. Red is meant for danger also. In the traffic signals and all that we use red only. Right. Why I intentionally applied red color is because macros, you saw only the one side of it. What is a macro? It's a program. What it does? It automates. Right? Perfect. But the problem I'll tell you, using macros or using VBA language, we can create two types of programs. Two types of programs. There are good programs and bad programs. What is a good program? Just now I showed you an example. That's an example of a good program. What it was doing there, it was able to split the data into multiple customer files, and it was kind of easy. But what is a bad program? A bad program is a virus. You can create virus programs also using VBA. So far, you all are like very much comfortable opening any kind of an Excel file and happily able to work with it, right? But going forward, you need to be really careful. XLS, XLSM, XLSB extensions, they are the macro capable files, and macros means programs. Programs could be a bad program also. So just be careful. If you receive any file from the unknown sources and if you directly try to open that, there is something called event-driven programming. You don't need to specially trigger that, okay? So the moment you open the Excel file, programs will be automatically triggered. Yeah, right. Is that fine? You understood, right? What is a macro? Right? A macro is a program, and a program could be a good one or a bad one. Good one example we have seen already. Bad one could be a virus, and it is not recommended to run the programs without knowing them. Okay, so just be careful, right? Okay, now you got some idea, right? XLS, XLSX, XLSM, XLSB from 2007 onwards, we have these are the three extensions. Okay. So what all extensions can store macros? XLS. Yes, it can store Excel.
XLSM and XLSB.
XLSM and XLSB, perfect. XLSM, M stands for macro enabled workbook format only. XLSB B stands for binary, which can reduce the file size. Okay, are we good? Yeah, basis on the number of not directly like that. Okay, so basis on the version, the number of rows and number of columns, they vary basis on the version. If you are looking at XLS, which is the old version Excel file, XLS 1997 to 2003 file extension, XLS, you will have 65,536 rows. Okay, whenever you open any XLS file, you will find how many rows? 65,536. And how many columns are there in each XLS? Just only 256 columns. Okay, so looking at this, it may be looking very, very small. Okay, the number of rows and columns in one spreadsheet in doc XLS. 65,536 rows and 256 columns. But when it comes to XLSX, XLSM, XLSB extensions, we use 10,48,576 rows, 16,384 columns. Okay, it's such a big one actually. From XLS onwards, XLS, XLSM, XLSB. From 2007 onwards, you will see 10 lakh plus rows and 16,000 plus columns, right? Yeah. So I always used to think like, why Microsoft came up with such a random number? 10,48,576. Isn't it random? 10 lakh round figure is easy for us to remember also. 16,000 round figure easy for us to remember. But why 16,384? Right? There is a reason. All these numbers are the 2 power logics. You see that 2 power 16 this is. What is 2 power 16? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 for 16 times. If you do, it will return a value 65,536. This is 2 power 8. This is 2 power 20. And this is 2 power 14. So each and everything in the memories, it needs to follow certain 2 power logic there because of the binary format. So that's the reason all those things you hear in this way only. You would have heard a 1 GB pen drive. Yes? After 1 GB? After 1. 2 GB. After 2, 4 GB. After 4, 8 GB. After 8, 16 GB. 30 to 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024. Do you know what are they? They are like 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, and 2 power 10 is 2 power 10 is 1024, which is usually, we say, right, how many megabytes are there in 1 gigabyte? People usually say that simply it is 1000, but it's not 1000, it is 1024, 2 power 10. Now you understand everything that follows the 2 power logic only. So if you look at this data also, 2 power 16 you have here, 65,536, and this is 2 power 8. This is 2 power 20, and this is 2 power 14. So, right? Either directly you can write 16,384, or simply you can say 2 power 14. If you type, you get the same output. Understood, right? These are not random numbers. Right. Let's do one small exercise now. We want to understand how many cells are there in one sheet. How many cells are there in one sheet? How can we find out how many total number of cells are there in one sheet? A simple calculation is needed. Okay, what is it you do? How many cells? Cells. 1,48,576 into 16,384. Excellent. So that means if you want to find out how many number of cells, you need to use rows multiplies columns, right? Yeah. So let me do that. Equal to this multiplies this. So in one spreadsheet, these many cells are there. Okay, let's assume that I've decided to spend 1 second on each cell. 1 second here, 1 second here, 1 second here, 1 second here. And by spending each and every cell 1 second, and I want to touch the last cell. What is last cell except the 10,48,576? That is the last cell. I want to touch the last cell by spending each and every on every cell by 1 second. Okay. So how many seconds are needed? Yeah, whatever the cells are there, those many seconds are needed. Okay. So if I want to convert this into number of days, how many days are needed? 10 days to touch the last cell by spending each and every cell 1 second. 10 days, can I touch the last cell? Something like this. 1 second here, 1 second here, 1 second here, 1 second here. And I want to touch the last cell. So how much time would you need? 10 days, 15 days, maybe 1 month. 1 month sounds okay. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's try to find out how many seconds are there in 1 year. Okay, here we go. You tell me this logic. How many seconds are there in 1 year? How do we do the calculation? 365, excellent. Multiplies. 365 days are there. Each day has 24 hours and each hour has 60 minutes and each minute has 60 seconds. Now I'll be surprised to see this. These many seconds are needed to touch the last cell. In 1 year, we have only these many seconds. And if you do a division, the total number of seconds available divided by total number of seconds needed. Okay, I mean total number of seconds are there in 1 year. You know what? You need 545 years to touch the last cell. Yes. 545 years. These are the number of seconds available in 1 year, right? How many days are there in 1 year? Right. How many hours are there in each day? 24. In each
24.
each hour has 60 minutes and each minute has 60 seconds. And if you do the multiplication, you will get this. And what is it? This total number of seconds available in 1 year. And what is it? Total number of cells and the number of seconds. And if you do a division, if you are touching each and every cell and spending only 1 second there on the cell and moving on to the next cell in the very next second, even if you do that, 545 years are needed to do this. Needed to touch the last cell. But of course, we are easily able to go there with the help of control navigation keys. That's kind of easy thing there. But understand that each and every spreadsheet is such a huge one. It's a huge one, okay? One spreadsheet itself can store so much of data. But yeah, you tell me this. If a spreadsheet can do something like this, then how about a workbook? What is a workbook? Collection of multiple sheets. And moreover, from 2007, nothing but that Excel SX onwards, there is no limit of adding the sheets. It's up to you how many you want to add basis on the hard disk capacity. It's up to you how many sheets you want to add. Earlier in 2003 version of Excel, that .xls, we had this challenge there. We could go only up to 256 sheets, but now in XLSX, XLSM, XLSB, there is no limit. It's up to you how many sheets you want to add. Okay. Now you imagine one worksheet itself. What is it saying? 545 years are needed. Then yeah, how many cells are there? How much capacity of data it can handle? So just imagine that, right? 545 years are needed. Okay. Fine. So now you understood what is this 65,536, right? And also that 10,48,576. They are not random numbers. There is a logic behind that. The logic is all those numbers, they follow the 2 power logic. Okay, so if you say 2 power 16, which is 65,536. Okay. Any questions on this? Right? What is the power symbol? Exponent symbol. Let's say if I want to write 2 power 20, how can I write that 2 power 20? Okay, equal to 2. What is the power symbol? Plus B. Okay, exponent. Caret. We call it caret symbol. Okay, 2 power 20. That's it. These many rows are there. Okay, all of you are fine with this? Okay, excellent then. These are the components in the UI. I want you to just take a look at it. Okay, you have the title bar. Where is the title bar? Here. And then quick access toolbar here. And then ribbon here. These are called ribbon tabs. Okay. These are groups. Under each ribbon tab, we have groups: clipboard group, alignment group, number group. These are the groups. Okay. And then we have the name box here. This one is formula bar. There you see effects. You can write the formulas there. We have the column labels, ABCDs, row labels, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the sheets. These are the sheets. We have the status bar. Okay, currently Zoom, just a second. I think I can move it. Oh, that's fine. You all see it, right? Ready. Right? That is Excel status. Okay. Then finally, we have the zooming options here. Right? Just spend on the screen for like 5 minutes. Try to remember the names and I'll ask you the questions. Okay, all of you just take a look at this. I already explained what is what, and you should be giving me you should be telling me the answer when I point my cursor on any one of the features. Okay, take a look at this. Give me like 2 minutes, and meanwhile, you just go through, scroll down. Okay, title bar, quick access toolbar, right? Just go through that. 2 minutes. Sheets. follow throughs. SS toolbar. SS toolbars, labels, groups, tables, followers, all of those sheets, status bar, zooming options. Area option, area please. करने सकता zooming Okay, ready? Yeah. Now you are in a position to identify each and every thing inside Excel UI, right? Okay. I'll keep the cursor on few of the places, I mean, few of those UI elements, and you need to tell me what is it. Okay? Online ready, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fine then. What is this called? Oops.
Groups.
Perfect. This is the excellent. This one?
Title bar.
Title bar. Excellent. This one?
Status bar.
Status bar. Nice. What are these things? This one, A, B, C, D.
Columns or row labels?
Column labels, perfect. These
Column
are column
labels.
labels. Column labels, right? What are these things? Zooming option, zoom in, zoom out, perfect. What is this one? Name box, perfect. One last thing. What is this one?
Quick access toolbar.
Quick access tool. Perfect. I would like to show you how you can use this quick access toolbar, okay? Right. I want to apply the borders. Apply the borders, okay? There is a shortcut for borders. What is it? Any idea how to apply the borders using a shortcut? Any idea? No one knows? Okay, here we go. You can, yeah, you can go here and you have apply all borders option here, okay? But I want to use a shortcut. Something like this, Alt, one after the other you can hit Alt, okay? H is for home tab, B is for borders, A is for all borders. If you hit Alt H B A, okay, Alt H B A, one by one if you can hit, or if you hit, then it will apply the borders like this. You see that borders apply. Okay, Alt H B A. One by one, Alt H B A. You no need to press all of them in one go. No need to do that. You need to press one by one, something like this. Alt H B A. All borders. Alt H. You see this? Alt H is for home tab. B is for borders. A is for all borders, right? So most of the people, they use the border shortcut Alt HBA, right? But I'm not happy to use this 4-character shortcut. Most of the people, they don't know how to do this, okay? I don't want to use this Alt HBA. What is it I want to do? I want to use quick access toolbar for this. Quick access toolbar. Let me show you. First of all, I'll just remove the borders. Okay. I'll just go here to the borders feature, right click, add to quick access tool. Okay, that's it. So when you do that, right click and add to quick access toolbar, the borders feature will come here. Done. Okay. Now if I want to apply the borders here on any range, I'll go here, I'll press. But hold on, I'm still using the mouse. But that's not the way I want. I want to use a keyboard only. Okay. Now here we go. When I hit Alt, what is the number displayed for the borders? 5.
5.
Perfect. That's it. Alt 5. Alt 5 is a shortcut to apply the borders now. I no need to, use that Alt HBA anymore. You see that if I select this and if I hit Alt HBA, it is applying the borders, or simply Alt 5. Both of them are same. Not only the borders feature, you can add any kind of a feature there. You want to do the margin center? Okay, go there, margin center, and add it to the quick access toolbar. And what is the number? Alt 6. If you do, it will do what? Margin center. The same margin center, if you want to do, you need to do Alt HMC. Right? It's like lengthy shortcut, right? So if you want to do it quickly, what is the best way? Quick access toolbar. Most of the working professionals also, they don't know that. What they do always, they either try to use that lengthy shortcut, or they use always mouse to select these options. But what you can do, you can add good number of features on the quick access toolbar. As the name says, quick access toolbar, right? So that means you can quickly access any of the features of Excel using this toolbar. Right? So this is interesting, right? With a simple shortcut like Alt 1, Alt 2, Alt 3, Alt 4, Alt 5 kind of shortcuts, you can easily use all these features, okay? But here's the point. You may get a question like, how many features can I add? Can I add 20, 30 different features onto it, onto the quick access toolbar? Yes, you can. You can add up to 1024 features onto quick access toolbar. But the problem, I'll tell you, if you add like a good 200 shortcuts onto the quick access toolbar, remembering the number is also challenging, right? So don't add so many features onto the quick access toolbar. Okay, add only maybe 6 or 7 or maybe 8. Okay, just add only the most frequently used ones. Don't add everything. It doesn't make sense again. Understood? Right? So quick access toolbar, as the name says, it is there to quickly access any of the features of Excel. Instead of using the lengthy shortcuts, you can add them to the quick access toolbar, and with the help of Alt 1, 2, 3, 4 combinations, you can easily use them. And also, it is not recommended to add so many features onto the quick access toolbar. Add only 7, maybe 8. It's up to you. Okay. So the features may be there in different places, but you can happily add them. What is the process to add? Just do a right click and add. Just in case if you don't want them, okay, go to that feature, whatever you added, right click, remove, right click, remove. If you want to add something, add it. If you don't want, remove it. Okay. Moreover, the quick access toolbar is done at the application level. Nothing but it's not only for one workbook. If you add borders feature there, right click and add borders, and if I create a new workbook, even the new workbook also shows the border feature there. It's done at the application level, not at a workbook level. Okay, is that fine? Now you understand how you can create your own shortcuts instead of depending on lengthy shortcuts of Excel, right? Perfect then. So yeah, coming to this, there are a good 160 shortcuts available in this sheet. Okay. But do we need to, how many do we need to know? How many shortcuts out of these 160 plus shortcuts are there? How many do we need to learn? 100 at least? Okay, you tell me how many? 100 we need to learn? Everyone okay? Learning 100? Tough, right? Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Learning each and every shortcut is not mandatory. You don't need to learn. Okay, so how many shortcuts do we need to learn? Easy to answer actually. It depends on your work. Okay, it depends on your work. If you use quite frequently so many types of features, and you use all those features quite frequently, then learn shortcuts. Let's say you want to save. What is the save shortcut? Control S. Perfect. So that makes sense. Learning a save shortcut. You want to print. Control P, right? So those kind of things, yes, definitely you need to learn. But each and every shortcut is not needed. But anyways, if you want to learn each and every shortcut and you want to remember more and more, then you can actually refer to the sheet. It's very easy to read. If you see this Control S, S and Control. If you do Control S, what it does? Saves it.
Save.
Okay, it saves it. Control S. If you do Control Shift L, you see that Control Shift L, it applies the filters and it removes the filters. Shift L. Okay, there are so many shortcuts like this. Okay, you may get a question like, do you want me to practice all of them? No, as I told you, you don't need to practice each and every shortcut. No, only the ones that you frequently use. But there are a few shortcuts we all commonly use. Those shortcuts, anyways, I'll discuss. Control 1 is there, control semicolon is there, control colon is there, right? Different kind of things are there, like control X, control Z, control V, control Alt V, right? These kind of things, anyways, we'll discuss. But do not try to learn each and every shortcut. It's simple, like, why I'm recommending not to learn each and every shortcut, because even if you learn the shortcut, you don't get any opportunity to use it. You get the point? Why? Because we all have certain work types, right? And almost every time we use the same kind of features only, repeatedly. And it is recommended to learn the shortcuts for them so that you can speed up your work. But just because, so many shortcuts are there, and if you learn each and every shortcut, but again, the challenge I'll tell you, if you do not practice those shortcuts continuously. Again, you will forget. So no need to learn each and every shortcut, but definitely there are a few shortcuts which are common for all of us. We'll learn them anyways. Okay. And okay, Q80, quick access toolbar. In this, we learned how to create our own shortcuts. In the shortcut we understood that learning each and every shortcut is not mandatory, right? But if something is important, definitely I'll cover that shortcut. I'll tell you why it is important, where do we use it. Clear? Right? A few of you are here to learn good number of shortcuts in Excel. So to answer your question, so you just need to wait for one more sheet. Then we'll talk about the shortcuts also along with the feature. I'll cover the shortcuts also, like how to use a table format shortcut and different things. Are we good? Yes? Perfect. I'll quickly show you a couple of things. I'll keep these questions open for you. Okay. You need to find out, right? What are they? Let's see. I want to do a simple multiplication here. Which one is it? A1 multiplies 2. Okay. Do you know in Excel, how do we start any kind of a formula? Equal to, perfect. Equal to A1 multiplies 2. How much are we expecting? A1 value is how much?
3.
3. And multiplies 2. How much is the output? 6. A1 multiplies 2 is equal to 5 only. 3 2s are 5. Yes? 3 2s are 5. Yes or no?
No.
No, 3 2s are 5 only, right? No. You mean to say like that output is incorrect? Excel output is incorrect? I'll tell you one thing. There are a good number of multi-billion companies, right? Multi-billion dollar companies, they trust Excel blindly, and you are questioning Excel. 3 2s are 5 only, because why I trust Excel? Whatever Excel says, I say yes. 3 2s are 5. Is it true? No, right? Okay. Here we go. How much? 60?
60. 60.
Okay. Sum of these three numbers is equal to 0. Right? Looks like Excel is not behaving okay, right, today? Maybe on the Friday mood and Excel is not ready to work, right? Yeah, that's what going wrong with Excel. 3 2s are 5, it is saying. Sum of that 10, 20, 30, it is saying 0. Yeah. Okay. So this is for you. I'll do one thing. We'll share the material in the Google Drive. You all will get the access to it. Download that. Open this file, Excel training. And there we have, the sheet, data type sheet. See, I told you, right? The way we learn Excel in our training is little different. I can directly take you through a few of the formulas. Okay, this is count if, this is sum if, this is VLOOKUP, and this is how you can write. I can easily do that. But understand the Excel right from the scratch, each and every step. Why a number doesn't behave as expected. If you look at that, sum of 10, 20, 30, we are expecting 60 as output, but it is saying 0. So you should understand it. So I'll tell you one thing. Why we are different and why our training is different. Everyone takes an example in the training and they show how it works. Right? Most of the places, just like you take any YouTube video also, they always show how it works. See, if everything works fine, none of us have any kind of issues, right? But that expertise that comes, or someone calls you an expert when if something doesn't work and if you can fix it. You understand? If 3 2s are 6, it is showing, you have no issues. And every example, almost in every YouTube video, almost every place, they do that. Okay, you do this, you multiply this, and you get this output. But what if it won't work? Then that's when our skill set should come into picture to solve it. That is what we are going to learn here, right? See, Excel, that's why I think yesterday when I was talking, if you ask a fresher, do you know Excel? That person says, yeah, I know Excel. But Excel, as long as it works as expected, everyone is quite comfortable working with it. But in the real time, it's not going to be like that. You will see different kind of scenarios there. Couple of scenarios I just mentioned here. And I think with that, definitely you are like surprised why 3 2s are 5. There is a reason. Why sum of 10, 20, 30 is equal to 0? There is a reason. If everything works fine, everyone is happy. But what if suddenly something stops working or something is not working as expected? That's when we should be in a position to fix it. That is a skill we are going to learn, right? All the working examples, even I can show you. I can make you feel like, okay, you feel like, okay, I learned this. Hold on. What if it won't work? How to fix it? These things, I'll clear this doubt in our next session. Why the numbers are not working as expected? Why 3 is not behaving as 3? I'll give you an example. That 3 is not 3. That you are seeing on the screen, they are not 10, 20, 30. You'll be surprised to listen to this statement, but that is not 3, they are not 10, 20, 30. Right? I'll keep it open for you, like an open question for you. And once you receive this material, just play with it. Try to find out what's going wrong there. If you can figure this out, put it in the group. That this is what I found out. Understood? Online participants, you all understood? Yeah, online participants, you understood, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. So I'll end it here for today. So please download this material. Try to find out what's wrong with them, why they are not working as expected. Okay, material related, you can just have a word with the front office and they'll take care. Okay, they'll share. All right then. So thanks everyone. I'll see you all in our next session. And we usually don't run the sessions on Saturday, Sunday. Okay, but we may, if we really may need to take, then we'll inform you at least 2 to 3 days in advance, just in case. Okay. Great, everyone. Thanks. And I'll see you all in our next session then. Thank you.